Former General Manager Tom Telesco put all his chips into the 2023 season, restructuring multiple key players such as Mike Williams and Joey Bosa. And now the projected salary cap situation for the Los Angeles Chargers stands at $45 million in the red. Along with that, the Chargers have over 20 unrestricted, restricted, and exclusive right players hitting free agency, meaning that the draft is crucial towards replenishing the roster, leaving new General Manager Joe Ortiz with a ton of work to do. Currently holding the 5th pick of the draft, there are a multitude of directions that the Chargers can go. Trading back and collecting more picks could be the best way to fix the various holes in the roster. However, it seems that Joe Ortiz wants to go towards the best player available route, seeing as that was what he was referring to during his opening press conference. So in this mock draft, we'll be staying put at 5 and drafting from here. Tight end Gerald Everett and Nick Vannett are heading for free agency, which leaves Donald Bram Jr. and Stone Smart as remaining tight ends on the roster, making this a critical need at the position. With that being said, I have the Chargers taking Brock Bowers, the tight end out of Georgia, with the 5th overall pick. Marvin Harrison Jr. likely being taken with the first 4 picks. Bowers is the best player available left at any position. The 2-time national champion and John Mackey Award winner is the most complete tight end in this class by a wide margin, being able to play all 3 downs. His receiving process is often highlighted as his main attribute, but what really stands out is his blocking ability, being able to consistently block in the run game pass protection, which will likely be a key factor within the new offensive scheme Greg Roman will be implementing. Seeing as it's a relatively deep class at wide receiver, offensive tackle, and cornerback, passing on guys like Malik Neighbors, Joe Alt, and Tyrion Arnold, and taking others at their position might be a better alternative than taking a Jatavion Sanders later in day 2, who would be a major drop-off at the position. Bowers will likely be a day 1 starter and a key contributor throughout the season. And who knows, another great quarterback-tight end tandem could be created, similar to that of Rivers and Gates. Cornerback is likely the greatest need for this team, because as it stands, Asante Samuel Jr. and Dean Leonard are slated to be outside corners for this team, while Jasir Taylor will be playing in the slot, and that simply won't cut it. Michael Davis, with his inconsistent play from year to year, and Isang Basie being more of a depth guy, likely won't get themselves re-signed, especially with the current cap situation. So with their 2nd round pick, I've got the Chargers picking Mike Sainristil out of Michigan. This reunites him with new head coach Jim Harbaugh and defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, and will likely be a seamless transition into the defensive scheme, having been running it since college. Sainristil has experience playing both outside and slot corner, though he primarily played as a Wolverines' slot corner, logging over 400 snaps at the position last season alone. Along with that, he's an extremely willing tackler, which shows up on run defense and on gang tackles, which is a prerequisite within Jesse Minter's defensive system. Even though it's a devalued position in the NFL draft, every team has to have a viable option guarding the slot, especially with how offenses are now scheming their top players into the best possible leverage and matchups, which is often the case at the slot position. So with that being said, let's move on to round 3. In round 3, we go back once again to the skill position by picking Xavier Legette from South Carolina. The 6'3", 227-pound, big-bodied receiver was Spencer Rattler's favorite target, garnering 71 receptions and ranked 2nd in the SEC in receiving yards, with 1,255. Although he mostly lined up out wide, he would occasionally get used in the slot and on jet sweeps. His contested catchability is really what stands out, which aligns with Justin Herbert's skill set perfectly. And as we've seen, he and Mike Williams have connected time and time again throughout the last 4 years they've been together. As it stands, no one on the roster currently has that skill set, with Keenan Allen being more of a possession receiver and Quentin Johnson more suited for the yards after a catch role. And with Keenan not getting any younger and a cap casualty candidate in Mike Williams, it seems like a no-brainer to replenish the wide receiver core regardless if Quentin Johnson takes the next step forward or not with Xavier Legette. So to recap, in round 1 we took Brock Bowers, a tight end from Georgia, who when it's all said and done could be one of the premier players at his position. In round 2 we picked Mike Sainristil, the slot corner who should fit in quickly given his familiarity with the coaching staff. And lastly, Xavier Legette in round 3. Let me know what you guys think about these picks and who you guys would have taken instead. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you guys learned something about the upcoming players in the draft. So yeah, thank you.